I live? Oh my goodness, live! Yay! Now it's serious. Now it's so serious that I forgot what I was doing for a second here. Oh my goodness, it's live. I don't know what that means. I'm doing this to figure out some stuff. I mean, there can't be anybody in the chat, right? Because no one knows I'm doing this. And it's Saturday night. People are like doing stuff and they're not me, who's like lonely and bored and weird. All right, let's see here. Let's see the features of this. Expand menu, manage. That was a weird zip that just came through. Was that a ghost? Possible ghost. Okay, so that's not helpful. In the chat, we have new one. Perfect. Oh, there's one person. Oh my goodness. One person, please say something. So I know it's wait. Hold on. It could be me. It could just actually just be me. I could be talking to myself in the weirdest way possible. That'd be amazing. If I was just like having an argument with myself. I was like, there's this one piece of crap in the chat who just won't. No, never mind. It's back to zero. Oh, that meant it was a person though. Let's see if I could watch this from somebody.
Oh my god, there's ads from your optometrist.
What are you doing? Come on.
Walk with me to the glory that is what.
Yuck. But man, that's crazy. Let's see what the time delay is. If there's any notices or anything like that. Okay, so there's live stream here. So it's just one person that can control all of this. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't really have any sort of thing to do. I just want to be on here and yeah, I just wanted to learn how this actually works. I mean, I may just sit here and drink coffee and talk to anybody who asks any questions. Like I said, I don't even know how to look like if people are on here, if there's any participants or anything. Looks like no. But this video will be recorded so you can watch me fumble and be completely by myself and an insane person alone. That's good. That's good. Well, let's see here. On the docket today, what's should I start with like what's in the news today? Well, what's in the news today is no, actually, what I test this thing as slowly going insane publicly. That's not exactly true, but I don't know. Let's see here. I mean, I could just exist, right? I just hit my little vape. Look at the camera. So cool. Oh my goodness, my vape, dude. Love that vape life. Yeah, you just sit here and just drink coffee. It actually doesn't even matter. It's pretty nice just to be public. I could do emails. I mean, I don't think actually anyone's going to come on here. That's the funny part. No, I didn't tell anybody either, though. See, I'm so bad with this type of stuff. I like set myself up to fail. Wait, one person liked it. How could one person like it, but there's nobody participating? What? Let's go back. Is there even a chat? Top chat, learn more. No. Okay. One participant. I wish it would show more people. Or like what the people are or anything. Okay, here's this thing that says you're live now. Well, I know that. Is this a robot or a real person? Please be a real person. Probably a robot. Haven't caught up with you. Oh, Charlene Walmark. Hi there. I wish I could be more streamlined to like talk to you. I've been posting videos. I hope you're doing well. I'm sorry I said the name out loud I guess it's in the chat. I'm a real person, love Shoeless. Oh, how do I can't say your name. A Shoeless fan. Oh, that's amazing. Amazing, the Shoeless fan. We're actually I was talking with Brett Thalmio, who that's not his name, does not want to be called that. We're actually talking about recording here next Monday, so there should be a new episode then. We've been super busy, busy just with life and all the things that come to be. But yeah, if you like No Chaser, if you like any of my little goofiness, then you would absolutely love Shoeless in South Dakota. I am 15 days sober for the first time forever, doing well. 15 days sober, that's big. That's big because it's 15 days, that's like 2 weeks. So you have, of course, the first couple of days, which are just like a blur of like withdrawals and just like blah. But I always said the hardest are the days after that, the mental sort of withdrawals, when you get like really depressed, you're emotionally like not there and well put together, and you're just kind of like on edge for everything. You're always in a state of just like not, I always put it this way: you're always windshield wipers on high when it's a light sprinkle, and you're just like, ooh. And so if you're pushing through it 2 weeks, just keep going. Just please keep going. It's so hard though. Yeah, they put people in treatment centers for like 30-day stays because it's just like you have to be like separated from it just to not be able to do it. It's just too hard not to. All right. So we're cooking. We got 3 people here. Thank you for I wish I could say name. Oh, you can see that receding hairline. You're live now. Thank you for telling me. Hope all is good with me. Things are pretty good. I'm doing all right. I have love in my life. I have good health. I actually had recently I got a checkup. Is that Mark? Oh, well, I had a checkup because I was worried about my health. For the first time in forever, it's just like a normal person sort of checkup. And like honestly, I've been mostly sober. I've had like for the past like I guess 8 years. I've just been, it's just been these small relapses, but they've been brutal. But for the most part, I just wanted to see what I did. So let's see. Okay, can't wait for the next episode. I'm lucky that I don't struggle with any addiction, but you guys have really revolutionized the way I see the world. Tell you. Cool. Well, yeah. I'm so glad you don't have addiction. I mean, first off, like, just but yeah, Shoeless. That's the other thing. Shoeless in South Dakota, the podcast, which I'm now just talking to people, but Shoeless in South Dakota is the podcast where we talk about other stuff too. We talk about death. We talk about like insecurities. We talk about all the stuff. We talk about being in the Midwest in America. It's just Russian. My name is there's a stupid Hardy thing in front of me. Andre. Well, it's great to meet you, Andre. You live in Russia? I wish there was more like streamlined, like back and forth. I don't know what time it is there. Right now, I'm in the American Central Time, which is 9:37 p.m. on a Saturday, which means if you're not in the club or in a bar, you're a loser. You're a grade 1 loser. Except I'm sober. I have my iced coffee. Mm-hmm. Gross. Absolutely disgusting. Don't like it, but yet I need the caffeine. I have my coffee right there, and I have my vapey do. I love the vape. Yep. Love water vapor. I forget that vape is short for vaporize. So like it's literally just this water vapor, I guess, being vaporized so it doesn't have the burn that tobacco has. You know what I found out today? A fun fact that I found out today is that my dad, who's never been drunk in his entire life, smoked a cigarette once, which is so crazy because in his family, his like great uncle or something was the original Marlboro Man. So like he wasn't the really famous one; he was the original Marlboro Man. Okay, let's go. Oh, here we go. Andre, I hope this is so cool with you, Andre, but I'm doing it anyways. Um, uh, I'm in Ohio, just an hour later than you. You should consider doing something like what Brett does with the Buddhist group. I was there for. Oh yeah, well the thing is that I play. So yeah, Brett does the. And it's amazing. He does like this, you know, meditation thing with all these people, and it's set up. It's way better than this because it's actually like set up and people know about it. It's not just a dude going like, "Hey, I'm on the internet. What's up?" But yeah, I normally do that, but I have softball. Um, and I know that sounds stupid. It's like, well, meditation helps you with life. It helps you be in touch with yourself, but it's like softball. But this is actually important because it's like part of the recovery program that I was with, the like alumni program. So I play softball with these other fellow addicts and alcoholics, and it's kind of fun because like softball for a lot of people, it's just like you get out there and you drink. It's like one of those things where it's like, I don't have a drinking problem. I have a softball problem. But we go out there and we are super not good. But we try our best. And so I have to be there for the team because it's co-ed too. So there's not enough players sometimes because you have to have like an equal number of like men and women, or you try to have that amount. And so I had to be there for him. So I know Brett does it once a month. I would love to be there for the meditation thing. It's just so hard, but let's see what else. Andre says, of course, it's the nature of live streaming to read messages. The older I get, the more I realize how important it is to have active ways of spending time with others. That's so true, especially with how hard it is to see people regularly in the U.S. It's truly hard. Like when you get older, you get a lot of these freedoms and a lot of these things that are great. Like it's so awesome to be free and to do what you want, but then you have all the responsibilities, like from the Rugrats, Tommy Pickles' responsibilities or whatever it was, and you have all this stuff that now you have to take care of, and like you're accountable for stuff, and it just, man, you just want the freedom that you had in your 20s to be able to spend it like with good friends in your 30s. I think about this a lot where there's people that that I know in recovery and I like talk to, and I ask about like how they're doing and who they talk to, and like being an addict or alcoholic is like incredibly lonely. So you lose friends, but some people don't even lose friends. They didn't have them in the first place. And you just like, you need a good buddy, a girl buddy, or a girl buddy. Sorry. You just need a good friend. Like, having a good friend is so important because the friend lies on the outlier here. It's not the person that you are in a relationship with, your significant other, whether you're raising children with them, whether you're just with them together. It's not that. So your friend is like the person that can be more objective about things. It's not in the family and anything like that either. So they're good, like sage advice, or not even advice, but a good perspective. Okay, Andre, I'm in grade school. That'd be weird. I do not want to talk to people in grade school, by the way. No, Chris Hansen, where is he? Uh, uh, I'm in grad school now, and why are these stupid things right by the chat? Stupid. And it breaks my heart to think about having to move away from all these incredible friends and colleagues after I graduate. That's tough. Isn't that kind of weird that we set up these things in our lives when we like establish, like, we we have like middle school, and we go from that to high school, and then go from like high school, and then so some people go out into work, into trade jobs, or into just their lives, and some people go to college, and then you just like go from there. But yeah, the circles you're in, like I can't stress enough how much you are affected by the people you're around. We don't like to think that. We like to think I'm my own person, and no matter what, if people are cranky around me, I won't be cranky. Or if I want to be cranky and people are all like, I will still be my crankiness because no one dictates what I feel but me. No, dude, we are so malleable and just like we're like Play-Doh to other people. I remember. Jesus, this happened like I was at work just like 8 hours ago, and we were doing this crazy sort of like inventory thing, and it was really stressful, and everybody was on edge, and the mood had all changed to where everybody was pissed off and on edge, and like it's so funny because it's like even the friendlier people at work were all like, oh, yeah, like just it's funny just we so are not like independent as people than we think we are. I mean, some people are. Some people are lone wolves. Gotta hit the babe. Let's see here. This is a hot box. It's a cherry lime. Too many flavors. At a certain point, you have too many flavors where it's like cherry lime, wild fruit, Africa, apricot, wedding cake, McDonald's, roast beef, vape. That's not real. I just lied to you. Let's see here. This is a personal message, so let me take a look. See here. That's a family member I care about, so I will answer that later. Whoa, pineapple dog. Yo, Dave, I'm getting married tomorrow. Tomorrow? What are you doing watching me on this live stream thing here? Aren't you at like a bachelor party, or aren't you, or bachelorette party, or aren't you like, I don't know, doing what do people do? You're obviously talking to someone who's never been married. Got to take a break for a second. Got to take a break to chill for a sec. Well, pineapple dog, congratulations on your marriage. Did you hear about Jules possibly coming back with old flavors? I never tried the Jules. Jules are I was about to say they're gross, but I never tried them actually. I never wanted to vape. I wanted to either smoke cigarettes or nothing at all. Um, been out 3 straight days. Pineapple dogs. Oh man, getting married. Pineapple dog. So, how long have you been with the person? Now this is about you. I have to make it about pineapple dog. Obviously, because I love saying the name pineapple dog. And now I do the great thing as a streamer. I sit where people can't actually watch what I'm looking at, and I look to ask a question and I wait for an answer. What was I talking about before that? Man, this is so crazy. There's 5 people in here. This is nuts. 8.5 years. Nice. So you got past the 7-year itch, or whatever they call that. That's so great. Oh man, that's so funny. Like they're not funny, but it's so awesome that you're doing the deal and you're getting married. Congratulations on being a human who loves people, I guess. Yeah, I never got married because I can a hearty thing. I can do a heart thing. I will heart you. Did I do it? Maybe. Ooh, Audrey. Or Andre, Aubrey. Aubrey, I'm saying not real names. I'll be getting married in September. We'll be seeing my fiance for the first time in almost 2 years after they arrive in the US next month. Whoa! Get some crazy love things going on. So Andre, who I called all the other names except for the actual one. Andre will be getting married in September. And you'll be seeing your fiance for the first time in almost 2 years after they arrive in the U.S. in the next. Why did they put this stupid thing here? In the next month. I hope that it ends like that. Man, love is in the air, baby. That's so great. I'm proud of you. I don't know what to say to any of that. I should oh my god. Hold on. We have a degenerate. We have a piece of shit in here. God damn it. Can you maybe take your shirt off? I have arachnophobia and I'm scared of spiders. Oh boy. Oh boy. We have a Brett in here. Now, actually, I'd be playing a dangerous game because this could be a different Brett. Sorry if I offend you if you're a different Brett, but I have a feeling that this is the Brett that we all know and love. Except, no, I was gonna make a joke that like I hate you. Isn't that funny? Like your friends, it's just like I need to show you that I hate you by talking about how much I mean I love you so much that I need to like distance myself from being intimate because I don't want to feel vulnerable. Take my shirt off. You can see the starfish. See, I can't even remember which one it's on. Starfishy. Ooh, not even. It's 20 minutes and we got like a nip slip almost. My entire life, the first day of class and substitute teachers would butcher my name. Very used to it. My Kami King 07 or something like that. Brett Oshanganda. Absolutely pronouncing that name wrong. This is cool. This is a bunch of different friends from different places. It's Saturday night and we in the club. Don't believe me, just watch. I'm gonna hit this vape, dude. Oh man, I should probably go to rehab for vape, dude. Oh, the vape life. It's tough, man. It's tough keeping up with the vape life, dude. Just pulling clouds everywhere I go, but somebody's got to do it. Am I right? What the fuck am I talking about? Iced coffee. Still gross, but caffeine is good. Roses in here. I don't know if my thing like makes sense. Like it says people are here or not here, but there's usually like more responses. But Brett, well, let me check my phone. See, you know what's nice about live streaming? I say that as if I've done this hundreds of times. First time I've done this. What's nice about live streaming is that I don't have my phone. I don't like check my phone. I get to be free from it. If you're going to live stream regularly, you should consider a basic stream layout so you can have chat on the side of the screen. You and Pineapple Dog, you feel odd seeing me talk live? Yeah, I guess so. Live because I'm not as prepared. Usually, I was actually pretty good at improv. I never joined an improv group, but whenever I did stand up back in the day, I was good at like crowd work and like some things like that. But wouldn't it be odd seeing anybody talk live? Isn't it odd seeing anybody talk live like on a computer to the world to people that are in different time zones and different places, and we're all just experiencing this crazy thing called life? Tell us your best stand-up joke if you remember any. Okay, so let's see here. I had a couple of bits that were somewhere more local, but okay. So there was one that I like always told about where it was a stand-up bit about how weird it was where there was people where I was of the ilk where I grew up and met the internet and there are people that grew up without the internet completely, and there are people that grew up with the internet. And it was this joke. By the way, it's hard to do. That's why I'm butchering this. It's hard to do stand up, but on a live stream. But my joke would always be that it's so weird out there with the internet that there are people where there's conspiracy theories and there's hardcore weird porn and like all this type of stuff. There's like unveiling of all this nasty. It's literally Pandora's box. So it's weird that there's people out there, by people I mean children, who like have seen two girls, one cup, and still believe in Santa Claus. That was usually one that got like a big laugh. Another one I told was about, it was a whole bit about like weed is not a real drug, because I don't believe it's a real, like, well, it might be a drug, but I used to do the joke about what would happen if you legalize weed. See, stand up is all about just setting up a premise and then having jokes come off of that. Let's see here. Tell us, just after listening to Shoeless for so long. Let's see if I can remember. Oh, another stand-up joke I had was, this is so bad, but there was always these books that they had for people that were like something for dummies. And I came across one. It would be like, like stitch weaving for dummies, or financing for dummies, or just, it was always this thing. Like now, I guess the amalgamation would be like, talk to me like I'm 5 or something like that. It'd be like the for dummies thing. But the point is like, explain it slowly, please. I don't understand this. Like, it would be anything like fly fishing or starting like aviation something, Dave. Jesus, you can't come up with something better than that. Anyways, but I would have like you see these books out there, it would be for dummies. But you come across some things that you probably shouldn't say, like for dummies afterwards. So there was one where it was literally like depression, understanding clinical depression for dummies. And it just felt so weird that there was this idea of somebody out there that was just like, maybe they were depressed and they wanted help from it. And there's this book and it was like for dummies. So, anyways, I went on this, like, this joke would go. I have to tell it this way because I don't have a microphone to stand up or anything. So I just tell it in this weird way. But I just tell this joke of way of a person that maybe they are depressed because they are so dumb. So like, or it's either or. So like the joke was that they tried to hang themselves with a bungee cord, or they tried to slit their wrist with like a spork or something like. It was pretty dark actually. Now that I think about it. Let's see here. Who do you consider your favorite stand-up comedians, and would you be able to compare your style to any other stand-up? Well, my biggest thing, like as far as like style goes, is that you start with like open mics. Oh, Charlene, thank you, Charlene. You're right. I had ICU nursing for dummies. ICU nursing for dummies. For dummies? ICU nursing is like, that's so crazy. It's like, here, idiot, save this person's life. I don't know. I can get the dummies thing, but yeah. Favorite comedian. The thing is, when you start out in comedy, you just like, when you start out in comedy, you think of these things in your head. It's like many things you do, any sort of creative endeavor. You have a thing in your head, and you go, "I want the world to know this," but the translation, all the stuff that gets lost in translation is the big part about it, and especially with humor. So I would have so many bits in my head that I'd be like, "Oh, this is gonna be so funny. Oh man, this is so funny." But then it came out like, I still think it was funny, but it came out all weird. And I just couldn't imagine that the people love to laugh at this. Like they would have to laugh at this. Like I remember one time. So there's in the I think it's in Texas or is it's in the South. It's a lot of places. There's like a Bucky's. It's spelled like Buccee. It's like a gas station. It's huge gas stations. There's like giant gas stations, and like they're almost like Walmart gas stations. They have so much shit in there, and there's like 400 spots for filling up your car, and like you could have parties there. You could probably get married there. Andre, you could get married there. Um, or pineapple dog. Sorry, pineapple dog. You get married at a gas station in Texas. Anyways, but there's like this. They would have this weird like signs where the logo was like this little Bucky's. It was like this bucktooth like beaver thing, like, and it was this cute little beaver guy, but they would have these signs that would be like for miles out. And it would just say like weird things. It would say like beware the beaver. I thought it was hilarious. Like it was this weird thing where it's just like the beaver was all of a sudden ominous and strange, and like this logo for this just a gas station, the beaver had like some something in store for humanity, and it was. I don't know. I imagine these signs like as you drive closer to it, it's like the beaver awaits and all this type of stuff. So my point being is that you have stuff in your head that you think is so funny, you try to translate it to other people. It's so incredibly difficult. Um, let's go more to the chat. Imagine you're on a crash cart and that's the last book you see out of the corner of your. Oh yeah, imagine you're on a crash cart and that's the last book you see out the corner of your eye before they put you under for surgery. Yeah, somebody just flipping through like ICU for Dummies, like, oh my god, this guy, he's bleeding so much. It's almost rude how much he's bleeding. Let me flip to page 10. I'm getting blood on the book. Charlene said exactly. Love you, Charlene. Rose, as a shoeless fan, if you and Brett were a famous duo from cartoons, movies, video games, anything, who would y'all be? Think Pinky and the Brain, Cheech and Chong, or Scooby Doo and Shaggy? Um, let's see here. Me and Brett were a duo. Um, you know, there's a couple duos out here. So like there's a new Bad Boys movie that's coming out. Like Bad Boys, they woke up Will Smith and the other guy, and they're going out and they're going to do the Bad Boys movie. And there's one guy who Will Smith is the one who's like more normal, but also can be crazy at times. But he's like the set guy who's like set in stone. And then there's the Martin Lawrence is the other guy. And I think I'm more the Martin Lawrence guy. Like, here we go. Dream and Active. You. Yeah, I'm a Martin Lawrence guy because Martin Lawrence in real life is crazy. That's not a good one. A good duo. Hall and Oates, just because I want to call Brett Oates. Hall and Oates. Oh, your leftover computer? No way. Leftover computer. Oh, we have a mustard in Canada called Hot Beaver. Charlene said there's a mustard in Canada called Hot Beaver. Good God indeed. I don't want to. Could you please put some hot beaver on my hot dog? That's the most insane thing I've heard in the past at least 12 minutes. But oh man, look at it's Saturday night and we in the club. Don't believe me, just watch. Ginchy. LMFAO. Indeed. I'm trying to catch up on some of these comments. They're just raining. They're pouring. It's like the stock market. Ding, 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 ding. Not really. It's just in front of me. I could read it pretty easily. Yeah, we were talking about, stand-up comedy. So it's so hard to, you think of a funny thing, and you're like, I can tell this funny thing to people in a funny way. Oh, sorry. I think of Mario and Luigi. If they were German instead of Italian, had mental illness. Okay. I think Mario and Luigi, if they were German instead of Italian, had mental illnesses and did podcasting of something useful and like plumbing instead of something useful like plumbing. We are. Yeah. Would I be Mario? I guess because Brett's taller. But no, Brett doesn't get to be Luigi. No. The Batman, by the way, the Batman and Robin, that's not a duo. That's like a I'll tell you what, that's a lawsuit right there. It's a workplace lawsuit. What am I fucking talking about? Can you tell us what it's like recording the podcast? How do you guys plan it? You just sit down in front of the mic? Do you guys map it out? Right here. Okay, so you could get the inside scoop. Thank you for coming on this live stream. You can find out. So the studio is a very nice studio. It's out in his shed. It's behind producer Dave. Dave, great name. Producer Dave's house. He's also a friend of Julian's, and it's like a shed, so it's his own place. So even in the winter, we would like go out there with our coats and we'd walk in. It'd be heated and everything like that. Where's the lobsters? Are you talking about my shoes? Oh. Okay, I couldn't find the lobster shoes. It's too much to find them. I won't. So I realized I was like, I'm gonna find those lobster flip flops, but I'm live streaming right now. So, anyways, shit. Yes. So, when we go to the studio, it's like usually I'll give you the full thing. Brett probably doesn't like this, but I'm doing it anyways. So, we text each other. I tell Brett I miss him and love him deeply, and that he needs to leave his wife for me. JK. Um, uh, no, we're good friends, and we just text each other like we want to do stuff, and then want to record. And then when we get there, we normally have like a set idea topic, and then like subtopics that we want to talk about. But there's normally like a big thing. Usually, it's something going on in our lives. Like the last episode was crazy because there was two big things happening in each of our own lives. Where's the officer say that was so ADHD immediately? Like, that was ADD. By the way, I have a crazy family that like my dad has ADD to the brink. He's a twin who his twin brother also has ADD. My brother has ADD like super awful bad, and I took the Connors test that you take for it, and it said I did have it slightly, but I knew I had it bad. But I couldn't take any, like, I never took any medication for it. I tried some, but I abused it because I'm an alcoholic addict. And so, I like my mind does go in different directions, but that's not this. I am hopped up on coffee, iced coffee. Still gross. Oh, why do I keep drinking it if it's still gross? Well, maybe the vape will be good. Cherry, lemon pie, hot dog bake. There we go. Nothing's cooler than blowing a cloud of smoke of vape after you just took a drink of iced coffee. So saith Dave. Why am I drinking coffee so late in the evening? I'm planning to stay up because I'm actually planning to do some writing. I've been on like a crazy writing kick. Oh wait, I need to get things in order. I feel like okay. So we're talking about the process. So we have the recording of a podcast. We'll have an idea, a big idea, or we'll have sometimes like an email show. We get so many emails that have good like topics that we'll either go through some of those. But a lot of it, it's you'd be surprised how much is just freestyle. Because me and Brett, like we would hike together, we would do all this type of stuff, and literally our talks are just like the podcast a lot of the times. Like or when we go in the deep end, even in the shallow end, like we like spar back and forth, joking around and all that type of stuff. Like it's crazy how similar it is. Like when we record, it's almost just like hanging out. Oh, here we go. Hey Dave, really like your Black Forever story. Oh, you listen while playing vegetables in the garden or bodies in the garden. No, that's awesome. Oh, yeah, I actually did some I did some gardening today. Um so that's what a podcast like. Podcast is honestly, some people say it's like hanging out with a friend, but no, they have topics and stuff. We have like it's funny, I always bring a notepad and like a pen and like I'll write something down, but I never end up writing anything down because I just have it for like it feels like safe to me. It's like a totem or something, but I never end up using it. Um, but yeah, I'm staying up because I'm on this writing kick because I write poetry, but the thing is that writing poetry requires you to write it and go over it again and again and again, and you like look at it from different angles. And when you write like fiction or nonfiction, like a story, something longer, you're just putting stuff out. So there's much less editing, much less looking at it, but you have the idea of the structure of the story. And I have a couple of things floating that I really want to do, and I just kind of, I feel the kick for it. Rose says, "What's breast? Oh boy, I'm getting canceled." That was the dumbest joke of the day. What's I'm still saying breast. What's Brett's best qualities and weirdest personalities as a person you know deeply? I've listened to Rev Left for years and am curious. Is he any different? Oh, now I feel like I'm now I feel like people are trying to sneak into Brett's mind through me. Um, well, I'll say one thing. Brett is secretly an alien. So sorry about that. He came from the planet Kryptos, and he unfortunately just is like here just to spy on us and to, you know, I like when I befriended him, he eventually told me he was an alien, and he was like, "I know it's going to be heartbreaking to you and your human emotions because um, I just wanted to see how Earth was doing. By the way, not well." Um, oh, here we go. Sorry, this is more focused on Dave. I'm sorry, Brett. I don't like to talk with Brett not being here. I really like the story as well, The Black Forever. Only listen to the beginning because I'm saving it for when I. But yeah, it's one of the weird things. It's not like a podcast where you have to listen to it, and it's long as hell. Um, and it does require like actual attention to it. So like the gardening's perfect because that you're doing something, but also you can have attention to it. But like if you stop and start it, it would be not great. Um, Maybe we're learning how many burner accounts Brett has. Yeah, Pineapple Dog could be Brett. Or this could all be Brett. Oh my god, what if all these people were Brett? All 8 of these people. By the way, there's 8 here. But this is just for my No Chaser channel. So the weird like Venn diagram of things that are coming on here. You haven't had a chance to listen to this story yet. No spoilers. Yeah, it was funny. It was a short story that turned into, I guess you would call it a novella because it's 70 pages. But um, oh, so here's a good thing to bring up. This is actually really interesting. So when I went to record it, I had it all mapped out, but I didn't like the story because it wasn't finished the way I wanted it to be. Also, other things were happening in my life that were not good. Um, and I started reading it and I started fumbling over words. You love spooky? It is definitely spooky. Somebody said creepy AF, which as the kids say, as fuck. I can't believe I said it. But anyways, I think about it and come on, Dave, coffee. 1 second. Oh yeah, I was doing the story in this, recording it, and I was like, no shit, I have this time to record it with this nice studio and everything, but this is not the story I want to do. So then I just started talking, and then I had a full mental breakdown, and I have like a recording of my mental breakdown. Like I cried during it. Oh, we got a new person, Melissa Sanford. Hey, I just wanted to say I listened to The Dark Forever. Close enough. And it was fantastic. Thank you so much. I wanted to I wanted something to listen to while I cleaned my house and ended up sitting in and listening. I got totally creeped out. Good. I'm glad I creeped you out. Weird way to say that, but I wanted to be creepy. I wanted to be something that like is like, ooh, that's weird and strange and makes me feel weird and strange because honestly, some people, I think, what were we talking about? I get the idea for the story for the Black Forever, a spooky story. Me and Brett went winter camping, and we were talking about like how we were out in these woods. And it was winter, so like the snow mutes everything, so it's quiet, it's black, and it's dark out, and it's so like weird. It's beautiful, but it's also weird. And we were just like telling each other spooky stories on the podcast. We talked about this and we said like like we were spooking each other out because we were talking about scary stories. You're gonna listen to tomorrow. Good night, David. Charlene Walmart. Love you, Charlene. You're awesome. Good night. Hope you get rested well. I don't know what time zone you're in. I don't know what time zone I'm in. Yeah, I do. But anyways, we were talking about this, like the scariness of just being in a place that's muted and so dark and black and quiet that it's just weird because our lives are so much. There's so much light. There's so much noise. There's so much like everything. When I say everything, I mean just like you tap on your phone, something comes up. There's always notifications. There's always something. So to have stillness, to have peace, to have quiet, these are normally good things. But like to have I don't know, to be out in the woods. Because the one thing is, when you get spooked out in the woods, you're spooked because what? An animal's gonna, a bear's gonna rummage by and be like, I want some people, or like wolves or something. The other thing is that what is another person? The scariest, the most dangerous animal, man. And when I say man, I mean man, because women don't kill people. It's always us. Guys suck. Um, so me and Brad, like I thought about this and I thought about dogs and how protected they are. And Brett brought his dog, his beautiful dog, um, Jupiter. And actually, I think I incorporated a little bit of a Brett's dog in the story. But I thought about something, how loyal dogs are. And I wanted to think of how do you, how do you portray something as scary? Well, dogs are so loyal to their owner that if you can imagine something so scary that the dog would abandon the owner, the dog would be like, a layer skater, I'm out of here. And that's what I thought of, was like you're out in the woods and a dog sees something that even the dog, like, dogs are so great. They love you like unconditionally, but a dog sees something that is so like traumatizing or weird or strange or doesn't know what to do with, they they flee completely. And that was just a little like snapshot thing I had in mind of just what I wanted to do for a story. And then it spawned on into this whole other thing, which was like about a friend in meeting after 10 years. So I really hope you liked it. I do have like, the thing is weird is that I read it on audio so you could hear it, obviously, but I wrote it. And when I write things to read, if that makes any sense. Like I have like certain like lines that you know, it'll be stop a period, like statement will be made. And so like reading it is a different experience as well too. Um, and it's weird because it's like it's 70 pages, so it's not nothing. So it's kind of hard to send out, but I don't know. I would send it out to anybody who wanted it. Because just reading it, I think there's also other parts where, well, I guess I won't have spoilers, but there's another part where there's like a monologue in a person's mind, but it's very clear. And I had to do that in the audio recording, and that was weird. I had to like change my voice a little bit just so like this is like a monologue in the mind of someone. That's super crazy. Maybe live streaming drives you crazy. Oh, let's see, Rose. Thank you, Rose. Between your stories and weekly eps plus Brett's Sangha thing, it's a unique combo of stuff I really enjoy. When's the next Shield episode coming? It feels like yes. It's so hard for us because we have like different schedules and stuff to come on. Um, but we are gonna record this Monday, so hopefully we drop it maybe the next Tuesday. I'll be asking a lot of producer Dave, but it has been a while. Um, yeah, because yeah, since the last one dropped, because we just it would be so great because Brett does his podcast, the big one, Rev Left, where that's what like funds his life and everything. Um, so I just kind of like I'm just on the side where I'm just like peek in, peek out. When I do the podcast, I don't like try to push it too much, but I love doing it so much that I and we both do that. We kind of, we talk about doing it more often, but the frequency it's just so hard to get together to have it in the studio. Because we have so much like backlog stuff. We have so many emails we could answer. We have so many like people that we interview, like we got people that just like are in line that for the all too human segment. It was just going to be like once in a while, but unfortunately, the podcast sometimes is like once in a while because it's just hard to put together. But we also talked about, by the way, inside scoop. We talked about having a like a funny episode. Like we always try to delve into deep stuff in the shallow and the deep end of the pool, but like the last episode was particularly like super heavy, and it needed to be because there was a lot of like unveiling of things like, off each other's chest, but off each other's chest. But yeah, it just feels like we just need some funniness to it. So we'll plan for that. We'll do a little something rather or another. That wasn't a sentence. I guess I'm still live streaming here. Let's see if I make it an hour. I can make it an hour. It's amazing technology. Amazing you people are here. I don't know, have you watched just like on your TV or your phone or however it works out that way. But this was like what the what the internet was supposed to be, like connection of people, like good stuff like this, instead of like terrible, awful stuff it became with like social media. That's the biggest difference that I learned, is that there's a difference between the internet and social media. And I, when I see comments and stuff from it, whether it's on Patreon, whether it's on podcast, whether it's on No Chaser, whether it's anybody, just like people that are there, and it's amazing because it's like you're real people. Oh, here we go. Last episode was pretty heavy. Was constantly waiting for comic relief and it never came. But it was a great conversation and appropriately serious. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's something that weighed on Brett a lot. Um, you know, it's still developing in his life, something he still struggles with. And obviously, my struggle. Um, yeah, but we got to come with the jokes. Oh, here we go. Maddie O'Shea. 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 How's your recovery going, brother? Hope you're doing well, man. I'm doing well. So I'll be like full disclosure. Let's see here on my little counter thing. It's been weird. It's been such a weird like journey for me in the past. Whatever. I say that all weirdly. Um, but because I had to quit drinking, had to, absolutely had to. But this DXM stuff was just so out of left field. It was so weird because it's like stuff that the kids would like trip off of, and but for me, I just take it differently, and it produces these different effects that you know, it's just I know it like annihilates my brain and it's bad, so I have to stop it. But um, for the most part, my recovery is good. I got 10 days, or at least 11, and that has been tough. I went to a detox place. Um, a callback to Charlene, who had 15 days sober. She's not on here anymore, but that's great. Oh, loud noises. Um, let's see here. I'm unsure if I'll. What the hell? That's the loudest. Like the rapture. I'm unsure if I'll ever be able to drink in moderation. Any advice, stories of people you've seen that were addicts to drink in moderation now versus those who. Hmm. Okay, so that was actually a very good question. This is a great question. Um, you're at 11 days. Awesome. Awesome. Just hold strong. It just, yeah, it's tough. Like I always say this, like the thing about with any addiction is that when you lapse, you do the hard part over and over. You do the hardest part. You do boot camp over and over again. Um, but drink in moderation, it's just there's been people where I'll say this. There's been people where I've seen them like gear shift into a different addiction where it's more functional and their life could go that way. So for instance, there was a person that is genuinely like a workaholic. Like they're in sales, like addicted to their work, to the thrill of the sale, everything like that. And it's like you see them, and they were an alcoholic before, and you see them be that way, and you're kind of just like, eh, it doesn't seem like they're sober. I mean, they're sober obviously, but they just are so like about their job, and they're still chasing that high and everything like that. But he like he he takes care of his family. He doesn't have the repercussions are not the same. But it's still that same mindset of chasing something, but it's just more like functional in your life. Uh, and so it's weird. It's more acceptable because of capitalism. And you could just be that, and you could just be addicted to your work, like sales or something of that sort. And that's what he had done. And it was just like a weird changeover to where he's like, well, you're glad we're not drinking anymore. And the weird thing was, it was selling like a type of software. So it was like this weird analogous product that wasn't like, it wasn't something physical, tangible that you could see right there. Um, and so it just like, it was so strange to watch a person have a acceptable addiction. I don't know. Oh, we got another question. Oh, I actually have a question. A formerly close friend has been to a rehab for alcoholism, but since then has continued to drink socially. I can't be like, hey, maybe you shouldn't drink. Um, well, the thing is, oh, but I rarely see him, and when I do, he has a drink each time. How would you approach? How would you recommend I approach this? So there's one thing that's kind of how do you say is that rehab ruins the party. So like if you're a drinker and you go to rehab, most people know because the 30 days, like that's a month. That's a long time. That's a hiatus that a lot of people will notice. And everybody knows, like they have a movie called 28 Days. Like everybody knows like 30 days is like something for drinking or drugs, and it's most likely drinking. So when you do that, it's fully like admitting that you have a severe problem. So it's very awkward to try. When I say it ruins the party, it's very weird to like go back to drinking in front of people because it's like, hey man, you had this thing that you had to take a month of your life away from, like to get help for. And you're gonna just do it okay now? Because the biggest thing is that this is what everybody in AA or other recovery communities will say is that if you could drink in moderation, if you could drink the way you wanted to, figure out your like special chemistry of the perfect way you could drink with your life still being functional, but still getting the buzz of drinking. Like, if you could do that, you would have figured it out by now. And so when you see a person that has been to rehab and they're drinking, you just kind of like, actually, I'll stop bringing up Brett's name so much, but Brett has a unique perspective on this because he has family members that are like known as alcoholics, but they actively still drink. And it's kind of this thing where you go, here's a phrase, and this is part of like smart recovery. And this is really interesting, where it's just known as harm reduction, which is crazy to think about because it's like harm reduction, where you've kind of, I mean, I'm not speaking on, by the way, this is not connected to the smart recovery program or anything like that, but it's an ideal that came from it, where it's just like the idea of, so you're in it, let's make it at least damaging as possible. And that's really the case where you go from like where you like controlled, it's like a controlled burn, I guess, but it's still a wildfire. Um, but that's the idea of it. It's supposed to be where you are able to, okay, I'm addicted to this thing. I need this thing to be like literally to be a person. I need this thing. But maybe there is this way I have found this. Um, I can do it this way where I can still be a part of society and get my thing and hopefully this will work out. And that is just, you watch a person do that. So you watch your friend who still continues to drink after they've been to rehab, and you just are supposed to be like, okay. I mean, it's an awkward position to be in because it's like that thing you're doing, I know, like destroys your life. Um, do I say anything about it? I think about this all the time. I think about it because I had people, hold on, gross coffee. Yuck. I think about it all the time. Let's see what's in here. It's iced. Can you see the iced coffeeness? No, I can't. But I think about it all the time where, um, you know, it's just like people had to be just around me and didn't know what to do. Hold on, we got another question in the chat. Melissa Sanford, I really appreciate the vulnerability and honesty of shoeless content. I'm super picky about what I spend my time listening to, and I'm happy to have included in my things. Oh, I am too, by the way, Melissa. Like, I am super, I have it like formulated where I'm not going to waste time on like just, I'll listen to whatever. It needs to be something in my ear. If it's going in my ear, it has to be good. I need it. So, if we're a part of that for you, that's so awesome to hear. I'm so glad to hear that. Because, yeah, we're vulnerable. And that's the thing. It's one thing to see, being vulnerable is, people think it's like when you admit stuff that's like embarrassing. Like, it's just like, I'll admit this one thing. Like, if you ever go to Reddit or something and you have like shower thoughts, or you have like, am I the asshole? You have these things where you find out that a lot of people think a lot of the same ways about things that are insecure about. Being vulnerable is not just admitting the certain faults that we all have. Being vulnerable is like when you get into a moment where you do not have control, and you may break down, and you may not be able to like have it the way you want it to be. Like when I talk with like Brett sometimes, he brings stuff up, and I'm just like, I wish, the ego part of my mind wants to go, I don't want to talk about that, because it just shows like how, I don't have my life the way I want it to be. But it's so important because it shows me in that moment of, yes, I'm a person, I'm a human being trying to figure this stuff out at the same time. It's raw. I guess that's a word for it. Raw. It's a weird thing in live streaming because I'm halfway between like engaging with this audience and also like being this person that's also fake. Like, I don't know whether I look at the screen or look down, or look at the screen or look down. I don't know how it comes out too. It's a nice laptop. It's not like super fancy. Oh my God, the coffee. Iced coffee is gross. But I mean, yeah, this is interesting because it's No Chaser channel. Wouldn't be a lot of people, because No Chaser is just specifically the alcohol, and I know that channel, I came in ebbs and flows, and it's Saturday night at 10 p.m. So, there's that for you. There's that for you. But this video, I guess it could be watched again. I should check my phone if people are trying to reach out to me. So, okay, let me go back to that main question. A friend who formerly has been to rehab for drinking, alcoholism. They drink socially, and you feel like you can't be like, maybe you shouldn't drink. I mean, yeah, that is such a tough position to be in, because it's like you're engaging in a behavior that is, we know, destroys your life. I can't tell you the way to live, but I don't want you to destroy your life. So it, like it's a weird thing where I honestly think about it when it comes to friends, you go to the point where you're like, is this going to be good for me or good with me? Where it's like, are you going to be a friend that is going to do the hard thing and thing I don't like and will actually be uncomfortable, but you care enough to live in that uncomfortable moment with me? Or are we friends where we're just, every time we're together, it's good times? And that's our friendship. And that's really fine to have a friend that's just like, you know, we just have good times together. And I don't mean good times it's like all drinking and drugging or anything like that. Drinking and drugging. It could just be fishing buddies. Fishing can get out of hand too. But I think that sometimes you have to measure up like what is the friendship like what is it in a sense of like how accountable are you to this person? What do they mean to you? How much does this friendship mean to you, to one another? I guess would be the thing you have to analyze. Okay. Um, it's also something I was thinking about inviting him to my wedding, and there, of course, yeah, weddings are always this thing that bring alcohol there. I don't want to make a point of him. I don't want to make a point of saying he is prohibited from drinking, but I don't want to supply his addiction to him. Oh, that is tough. Yeah, because he's an alcoholic and he's gonna be there. I mean, it's your wedding, so first off, it should be about you. And so this person's there, and I know you're empathetic and you care, but I would say that the person, you know, if they're gonna drink, they're gonna drink. So whether it was a wedding or not, I don't know. Maybe that's controversial, but it's like they were gonna drink anyways. People have relapse at weddings, but it's not on you. You have your own life. I think something as big as a wedding, I think it should be like that person. Because actually, this is interesting. So I was, what was it? I went to Brett's wedding, and how long was I sober? Because I was trying to think about this. I had a relapse, but there, of course, was alcohol there. But I never think of like you never offered it to me. Like I think the best thing is like you don't offer it to him, but there's going to be alcohol there, and he makes his decisions on his own, right? Like you maybe if you want, you don't say anything about it, but you're going to be at your wedding. You're going to enjoy the moment. You're going to be like you're going to be so enthralled with all the stuff that's going around that it won't matter at the time. I know that sounds bad to say, be like, yeah, it doesn't matter life away, but that's a whole different thing. But I get it. I understand that. Yeah, there is that weird thing where you don't want to trigger the alcoholics in your life through drinking, but society, people get drunk at weddings. Weddings is such a big thing. Like secrets come out at weddings, and like people like do the dance. You finally figure out who your real friends are at weddings. No one ever says that. I just made that up now. But yeah, I understand that people. Yeah, is it weird to say that you have to have alcohol at a wedding? People like it. People like to get loose in your. It's also people don't think about this. Two families are meeting because you have the bride and the groom, and their families are gonna come together and be like, "What's up, fellas, ladies?" And so it's kind of weird to think about that they're meeting together. So like for normal people, can't think of the perspective of the alcoholic an addict for everybody. Normal people, it's hard socially, and so they need that like lubricant to be able to enjoy themselves, and they need alcohol there. As bad as that may sound, um, yeah, my fiance's, why is it stupid heart thing there? Oh, my fiance's and family can't come because of U.S. Russia relations. That is so crazy. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Andre. Man, but that shows your love, though. That is a love that is deep, where it's international right there. Oh boy, David. All right, one more sip of the gross coffee. Let's see here. Let's see if something incredible happened on my phone. I'd be like, what? I don't even know how the video goes to the stream. Like, if the video quality is like super good, but I won't. Like, there's too much dead air. Oh no, this thing happened. Oh no, that thing happened. Okay, let me just check it. Check it. Why? Okay, that's different. Oh, bunch of stuff. Um, Personally, I had a courthouse way to keep myself from all of that. Fair, it's a good move. Thankfully, everyone is understanding. The massive solo cup is absurd. Yeah, I know. It's this plastic cup. See, the thing is that it's huge, as big as my head. My head is giant, by the way. My head is so big, like I don't know. Like my mom had to have a C-section because like my head's so big, there is no cool side of the pillow. Like it's just giant, massive. But the thing is, I need this much room for all the ice because with the iced coffee, you have to make the coffee, then you have to have the ice, then you have to pour the coffee into the ice, then you have to have the ability to pour like a little creamer and stuff like that and stir it like a witch's brew. And yeah, so I need a big cup for that because I might pour other stuff in it like paprika. No, maybe it doesn't need to be that big, but that's the cup I have. I don't know. Anyway, um, where did I get it? That information is on a paywall to the next live stream. No, I don't know. I honestly don't know. We're just having the people we're closest to at our wedding, like 40 people. Well, that's a good amount of people. We're getting a legal state so people have the option drink or smoke. That was a big thing I remember too. Like people be able to smoke weed at a wedding. That seems like it would be great. Like just totally fine just to have people be able to be out in the open and enjoy themselves as they should. Like it's so crazy to think that like you can get blasted off of beers and like shots of whiskey and drive drunk and everything, but like someone pulls out a weed pipe and everyone's like, whoa. I'd much rather have like if I was at a wedding and there's my like younger nephews or nieces or anything there. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I'm very tired. But if I were to have them there, I would much rather have them getting blasted on weed and being like, whoa, I'm tripping out or I'm sleepy than getting like, shots of vodka with all the weirdos there. Because there would be weirdos there because it'd be my wedding. We're getting in a legal state, so people have the option to drink or smoke. I already read that. David, you're going slowly crazy, which goes back to what I titled this: Slowly Going Insane Publicly. That's a live stream. Let's see here. It's almost 11. We're going to cook it up till 11. I don't know if like I produce this video and it comes out and I'm just like, here's the video, folks, or what I do with it. But oh boy, there's I don't know. Maybe, I mean, it's a free country. I could just be on this live stream for all of time. I could just be here. So it could be in the morning. You can do the wee hours of the night. Because I have this thing where I see people on Facebook and they post something and they're just like, somebody want to chat, somebody want to talk. And there's so many people out there that struggle with like loneliness. And, I wish I could crowd people together that struggle with that type of stuff. Just because it just seems so bare and desperate, and they don't need to be that way, because there are people out there who want to genuinely spend time with other people. So yeah, I'm going to stay on this thing. I'm going to stay on this thing, and I'm going to keep doing my deal. Let's see here. Live streaming with the 4 people. I got 7 likes. That's awesome. I like you. I mean, nobody has to watch any of this, to be fair. So I can honestly just do my deal. Or this is being stupid. This is the point where it's like, yeah, now it's dropping. Now the people have spoken. Yeah, you don't have to talk, but I wanted to make it to 11. Why did I want to make it to 11? I just wanted to figure out more, do the live stream stuff. The No Chaser thing is so different from all the other channels I have. And right now I'm just speaking into the void. I don't know who's watching this or anything like that. I don't know the difference between a viewer or a participant. I can't even see the viewer. Actually, David, that's what you should be doing. You should be checking on the shit. All right. Okay, hold on. Hold your horses. How would you hold a horse if you could hold a horse? That is the real question I have for you. Okay. Oh, great. Another Trump and Biden election commercial. Okay, here we go. So, yeah, 2 are watching. Dropped to 2. I will stay here. I will stay till 11. Oh, this kept me company while you fold the laundry. Good. I'm glad it kept you company. Yeah. Fold laundry. Just hear a voice that's friendly, a safe voice that's funny. Sometimes maybe. I'm gonna take a hit of the vape. Hate the vape. It has a bright light. I don't know why it has to shine when it vapes. I shine when I vape, bro. Anyways, do you also think it is a bit unhinged that Brett pays for YouTube Premium? Oh no, YouTube Premium is the way to go. So I was parasiting on someone else's YouTube Premium, and when it got taken away, I couldn't there were so many things I would listen to where I'd have YouTube in the back. That's what I like it the most, where I'd put YouTube off on my phone. And then when that stopped, I was just like, ugh. like could not go back to it. Like the ads are super annoying, but also just the other functions of YouTube Premium. It's just like, damn it, YouTube. And then they jacked up their prices. Now there's 2 people. I'm gonna make it to 11, no matter what. Even if there's 1 person, even if there's nobody. I guess the live stream means there's 2 people, so it's only 2 people watching. So it would just be, I don't know how any of it works, but what can I? Well, the weird thing about live streaming is that you say like it's live with you to the end. Thank you, Pineapple Dog. Pineapple Dog, weren't you at the wedding? Well, the weird thing about live streaming is like you watch it later, so it should be what it should be is that you only get to see it during its time, and then it goes away, and you get rewarded for being there. But there's like a recording of it, so you get to see everything that's happened. So I was gonna say, like, I can unveil a secret thing or do a magic trick that only the people that only my dogs, my pineapple dogs that stayed on could see, but then all these other vultures later on can come back and see it. I don't know why you watched an hour 20 minutes, but I think we covered some things. It was janky, but again, I'm not holding the gun to your head forcing you to watch it. It's a free country, sort of. Political take. Yeah, we're almost there. Pineapple Dog, you were at a wedding, or I should let me go back and read through the comment things. I'm so bad at this, and I'm not trying to be bad at it. Maybe put live stream the wedding, dude. Live stream the wedding. We'll put our wedding on the internet. It'll be the first live stream wedding. I love you, babe. I say I do on the live stream. That's how much I love you. I do live stream YouTube. I'm not even making sense anymore. Let's see here. Too many comments to read. Oh, you're getting married tomorrow. That's right. That's right. I'm so dumb. It's not today. Obviously, not on your wedding night. It would be awesome if on your wedding night. Oh my God, that would be the greatest thing in the world. You're just like, fantastic night. All your family and friends, people fly in, come in. It's just like the biggest, like literally your night. And you have this window of time, the most important, like intense thing, but there's so much love, there's family, there's new people, there's like the extravagance, and you just you're like, I'm gonna watch this dude live stream. That would be the greatest own. I don't know. That would, oh my God, that would be so funny if just like a dude just like on his wedding night just watch some random YouTuber's live stream. Oh, here we go. I haven't seen the interviews you have done on your channel. Oh, hold on 1 second. We need to time out. Pause breaky.
I'm sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Good. Oh. Yeah. Or talk to me.
Haven't you seen the interviews you've done? I'm just gonna leave all this in. Haven't seen the interviews you have done on your channel yet, but they do feel different than the ones you do on Shoeless. Wait, hold on. I'm David. Don't be stupid. Read, understand for a second. Try to visualize what the question is. I haven't seen the interviews you have done on your channel. I don't. Oh, that's the thing. I don't do No Chaser. I don't do any interviews. It's just me. It's just the videos of me. It's just like a plop of me. It's like I have a topic in mind, and I just hit record, and I go, here, I'm going to talk about this topic, and that's all I do. No Chaser is just like just thoughts on alcoholism, addiction, mental health, stuff like that. It's not really any sort of interviews or anything. Shoeless is way different. Shoeless is an empire, but Shoeless is no. I mean, there are some recordings of some recent live streams of people. Oh yeah. Oh, so okay. Here's the tea. I think people call it tea. I don't know if I should say this though. Oh, this is where it gets super spicy because I don't know if I'm supposed to. Now we're crossing the streams. Eh? There was a friend, just a friend I met through this like YouTube recovery thing that she liked my videos and stuff, and she wanted me to come on there, and I met with her, and she's funny and hilarious. She's an addiction counselor, and she started just like doing like tons of live streaming and everything like that. And she would just like bug me and just or not bug me at all. I'd love to do it. She'd be like, "Hey, you want to hop on?" I'd be like, "Sure." And I'd just go on there and literally any topic or joke or anything, I'd be ready for. But she also had this thing that happened in her life that was massive and um I guess sort of scandalous. And so it drew a lot of attention at the same time. And it wasn't so much of related to recovery. So I was on this like there was one point I was on this live stream with her, and I met these people, these fantastic people, and it was dealt with like Scientology and all this crazy stuff. And I saw them and I was talking with them and we were talking about like recovery and everything like that. And I just was, they started talking about this other venue of their lives. And I just all of a sudden was like, ooh, I'm just here. I'm just a weirdo guy that shouldn't probably be on this conversation. But I don't know. I guess I don't know how to put it. I just have a friend that I do live streams with, and we like to talk about recovery or some of our other nonsense stuff we do. Oh, it's 11 o'clock. I might still be on here. I know. Yeah, but those live streams. They were through like StreamYard, and it was through her stuff. I never really did anything with them. I just kind of was along for the ride. So yeah, I'm just be on here. I'm just be on here. Oh, wispy. What is that thing that like flies in the back of the room? It goes. Zzz. One day I'll find it. And I will eat it. No, I won't eat it. What am I talking about? All right. Anybody can scatter. I can now go insane. It's a ghost? No. Okay. So here's the thing. Do you think it's acceptable to ask if you believe in ghosts or aliens in the same echelon as if they are the same caliber of question? Because I think obviously there are aliens, but ghost is way less like ghost is just like humanity storytale stuff. No, I don't mean that like, fully, but that was always the question is like if you believe in aliens or ghosts as if they were like the same sort of thing of carried the same weight, so to speak. And yeah, I just thought I don't know. The thing about ghosts is that there are so many deals with, like, there was ghost sightings, and then when we got all this hyper awesome motion camera capturing images and all this stuff, all the ghosties went away, and it's just something like makes you think. And that's true with aliens too, where it's like all the alien sightings. There were so many sightings, and then when we had the technology and the power of this thing, with like so insane how it can just capture so many different dimensions and from far away. All the aliens and ghosties just are like, well, we're not going to go to Earth anymore, or we're not going to come from the netherworld or wherever ghosts come from to spy on them because they have cameras. Actually, they could be a good argument. They do. They do not appear because they don't want to be captured in a certain way. Skip ads. Ads will run for some viewers. Oh my God, there's ads. Yeah, skip ads. Yeah, no ads on this. Ads skipped. Um, yeah, I'm here on Saturday night. You know what? There was a meeting I used to go to. It was a candlelight meeting at this old place. Like, it was near this fire station, and it was the A meeting, and it was kind of cool because it was Saturday night. It was near this like bowling alley slash bar that was really loud, and there would be all sorts of like you'd hear drunk people all the time, like falling out of it, like coming like unhinged, just like barreling out, and you'd walk into an AA meeting, and so it'd be weird the discrepancy between the like falling down drunk people and then the people that are going to a meeting on a Saturday night. And you would see them, and as you're walking in to your AA meeting on Saturday night, you would think, do I want to do that? Do I want to be that fall down drunk person? And a part of you, as the alcoholic, was like, yes, I want that. But you don't really though when you see what it is, because you see the drunk person, they're so crazy, obviously like out of their mind. They're like, blur. And it's just like, do I want to live my life as the blur? And I for a second there was like 0 likes. All 7 of my likes gone away. No more likes, David. For saying that, you get no likes. But it was just weird that this idea that I was worried one time there was going to be somebody from that bar that was going to walk on over to the AA meeting and just be like, howdy, folks, what are you guys doing here? And just be like drunk there because we could hear them from the meeting. Like, it was just insane that there was this like loud bar place. It's this weird like midtown, like close by, and you could just see them, the lights, and because it was late at night, and so a weird juxtaposition, I guess, of seeing the people there. I keep looking at my hair. Oh no, it's going away. But the point of it being candlelit is because they turn off the lights, and because it was Saturday night late. I don't know. That's actually, Andre, very good question. I don't know why it was candlelit. It made it like not spooky. It made it more intimate. It made it more. It was funny too because you tell like stories. Like people would like, say how their day was, or they would talk about the topic at hand. But by candlelight, everything seems more like intense and real and like whoa. So somebody would be like, "How was my day?" I'll tell you how my day was. It's by this candlelight that's flickering. I went to Subway, got a sandwich, light flickers, darkness. And it's just like a boring story, but it seems cool because it's by this candlelight thing. So it's like, is a weird thing where you'd have somebody that would just come on into the A meeting and they never been to one before, or maybe they're on a court card, as they say, they got a DUI, so they have to go to one. They're still drinking or something. They'd come in there, and you just have this guy by candlelight who'd just be like, "I'll tell you what, I'll tell you about my life," and then he'd be playing on his phone. I mean, I've had cool, intimate conversations in candlelight with friends, so I can see the appeal. Totally, candlelight. There's something about the way the candle moves in the darkness. Ooh, with friends though, you talk about that's where like secrets get talked about. Bruh, I went to Subway and bit into the most burnt, nasty meatball. Never going there again. Subway has really gone downhill. Subway, there was something I heard about. Like Subway is the most. There's more Subways than any other things out there. Like even Starbucks. I mean, oh yeah, on the live stream, I have this dorky laptop, but I can look it up. How do I even look this up? Is Subway the most things? That's a good way to look it up. Is Subway the biggest? Okay, here we go. Subway is now okay. Here we go. According to June 20th, 2023. Subway is now okay. So this is Jacksonville.com. Jacksonville.com. Let's see here. Subway is now officially the largest restaurant chain in the world. The company passed McDonald's in 2002. What? That's not true. They have so many restaurants. They have a lot of Subways all over the place. I don't. I'm not talking revenue. I'm just talking about all the Subways out there. Yeah, McDonald's is still. Yeah, McDonald's is still the thing. Yeah, Subway. What are you talking about? It's considered a restaurant. A restaurant. Oh my god. Subway. If you took to a restaurant, you went to a Subway. I mean, no, you have to work there, and people have to work there, and they should pay them well. But it's also Subway. All I'm saying is that, like, if you took like a date to a Subway, that would be almost like you were like wanted them to know that you did not like them, like there was a transgression or something. Okay, got stuff in the chat. I used to like Subway, but I just can't justify the cost for what you get. Yeah, the cost is money, and what you get is garbage. Sorry, some of the Subway stuff good. They used to even have them in Russia, but it was cooler to go there because it was an American restaurant. So it was automatically cooler to the Russians. Yeah, well, yeah. You learn that just because it's American is not make it automatically cooler. Subway though, they even have this weird thing where like we'll make it fresh for you. So they have this big like giant like shovel that they have their bread in. And there was something about their bread where it was like yoga mats or something like that. And they'd be like, we could bake it fresh for you. And they have this big shovel and they pull it in there. And they'd be like, here's your shovel bread. They pull it out. And they'd be like, here you go. Oh, this is a new person. The meatballs do get gnarly if they are left long enough for the sauce to burn off. But they're supposed to be, but they are. I hate that this heart thing is not there. Oh, well, Joe SN, welcome to the chat. I don't know if you're new. The meatballs do get gnarly, spelled with a K. Awesome. If they are left, yeah. Meatball sub at Subway. I don't know, man. Okay, pineapple dog, gotta hit the sack. Yeah, lemonade sober and pineapple dog. Congratulations on you. You have the best day of your life. I wish you well. I wish you all the pineapples. But seriously, I wish you well in your relationship. Here we go. Have a wonderful wedding. Yes, pineapple dog. Have a wonderful wedding. Here we go. Hi, I liked my Subway until I found a bunch of hair in my sandwich. I cannot eat there again. It's Jean from Hollywood, California. Jean, substance use disorder nurse. Oh, this is cool. Now we have the other people in here. So I don't know. It's getting later in the night, but there's different time zones. So we had, I keep saying, I keep wanting to say there's a person from Russia. They're not from Russia. They're in Ohio. They were from Russia. But it's funny to say like they're from Russia, but they're Russian. But anyways, I'm getting delirious. Hold on. Drink of the terrible coffee. Yuck. So, yeah, Subway was. Subway was like the idea that it was healthy was like the big thing, right? It was like, oh, fresh sandwiches with the bread, and you could see all the veggies and tomatoes, and like, ooh, you could get a banana pepper on your sandwich. How spicy! And like, and thank you very much. Good night, much night, good night, pineapple dog. Anyways, but Subway was like, ooh, it was so exotic to have like banana peppers and other things on your sandwich. It was nice too, though. You get to point and go, you could see it put on your sandwich. I want that thing to be put on this thing. That was a cool factor to it, I must admit, because like in burger chains, they just like they're in the back there and they just like, lop it on there. But in Subway, you could be like, whoa, I get to see the lovemaking that is my sandwich. And so I thought Subway was cool, but it was also gross because like Subway is, the bread wasn't, oh, here we go, the bread. I don't know if it was in the USA or not, but oh, I've heard this. I'm going to give you the bottom of this. Subway could not be considered bread because of the sugar content. It was a pastry. Here we go. Okay. Is Subway bread bread? Here we go. Once and for all. Because I heard about this. Yoga mats. I heard it was like pastries. Is Subway bread real? AI overview. I don't want AI overview. Subway's bread is, of course, bread. The company said in a statement. We've been baking fresh bread. Well, of course you would say that, Subway. Subway says its bread is real and baked fresh in restaurants daily, but in 2020, which is a long time ago, 4 years ago, Ireland, the Irish Supreme Court ruled that Subway's bread isn't legally bread under the country's Value Added Tax Act of 1972. The law defines bread as a staple food and states that tax exempt bread can't contain more than 2% sugar, fat, and bread. This is written weird. Subway had 10% sugar. Subway's bread had 10% sugar by the weight of the flour. Oh, it's 5 times the legal limit. It's funny we're talking about bread as like legal limits. Oh my God. So Ireland said, hey, shut the fuck up, Subway. You are not bread. Or no, your bread is not bread. That's amazing. That was in 2020 though. Way to get on the news, Dave. Hold on. See, I search Google and I use the search tools and I go, in the past year, let's see here. USA Today, March 3rd, 2024. Subway's bread choices. What is the healthiest? None. Got them. Cold cut combo, but what decision? How about just don't go to Subway, man? How about just don't eat? How about just shave your head and join a cult and join the alliance? That's why I call it cult, the alliance. Anyways, where we go? I don't know if it was yes. I was thinking about that exactly. Yeah, it's just Subway. Just the Jared Fogle thing. How crazy is that? So the Jared Fogle thing is probably one of the most crazy. Like, I can't even imagine how you could have. Let's see. How is Jared Fogle doing? Jared Fogle. Oh God, you monster! You were just Subway guy, and now criminal status. He's incarcerated. He got 15 years in Inglewood Federal Correction Institution. His release date is March 24th, 2029. Oh my God. Child pornography. Jesus, Jared. There's so many other sandwich chains out there now. I was waiting for them to make a absolutely distasteful like jab at Subway. They probably did. This is the news of yesteryear, by the way. Okay, here we go. We're cooking. I watched an hour-long video about his whole story a few months ago. It's wild. I think it's just me and you, Audrey. Audrey. I keep calling you Audrey. Andre. I don't know who it is, but what was the hour plus long video? What was it? I wish there was something on my comments where I wish it was up to date where it just like right away. Right away. About Jared Fogle. But of course. Yeah. Well, I mean, it was on like Netflix or was it on VCR or was it on Sanskrit? How'd you watch it? Oh, I'm still streaming. People don't think I'm not streaming. See, this is me getting the real. All my life, people thinking I'm not streaming. There's that loud noise again. They think I'm not streaming. I'm streaming. Oh, just one of the YouTube essay channels. Okay, yeah. Okay, I got you. Yeah. Oh, yeah. You just saw like the YouTube thing that totally. That's so funny. Is that some of those like YouTube hour-long things are just as good as documentaries when you want to learn shit. They're totally just as good. Man, it might be too. Wait, top chat, live chat. Well, I mean, I think this is good. It's a good experience. I met some people, and this is how I spent my Saturday night. You know what I didn't do tonight? I did not drink. It's pretty good. I'm still terrible at this. But what? Learn more. I do not want to learn more. Why did I click learn more? No. Yeah, I know I should mention it. Yeah, I enjoy chatting. I should mention it before. I don't know how to do that. Like I need to see the thing is that my YouTube channel is just like so sporadic because it's just like I think of a topic and I just float it on out there. And then so it doesn't have any rhyme or reason to it. So like doing the live stream is just yeah. I know I should set that up better, but oh well. Such is life. Well, I appreciate you, Andre. Um, you're awesome. And you know what? I might just be on here just to live stream. The craziest thing. Just to be on here, just to exist. It's Saturday night though. People are doing stuff. 3 people. I think you're overthinking it. Yeah, that's true. That's totally true. All right. Well, maybe go to midnight? No. Um, I guess I could just have this be as a video that you could watch. I mean, I don't know why you'd want to watch it if it's not live, but it's just interesting. The setup is all here, so like somebody could just pop in and just be like, "Hey, I subscribe to your channel," but you know, I don't know. Do you have the lobster shoes around? No, I don't. I'm gonna find. You know what? Actually, screw this. I'm finding the lobster shoes. I'm gonna lose them. I lose them over and over again, and I don't know where to. Welcome to the live chat. Remember to guard your privacy. I don't know where the lobster shoes went. And it's pissing me off because I need to find them, but I don't know where they are. Okay, Wolfgang Shepard. I struggle with alcoholism too, man. I just want you to know we always love you, hearing from you, room for you. Probably a good thing you lost them. Yeah, I don't know. They're good for an interview, a job interview. Um, man, it sucks. Yeah, struggling with alcoholism, struggling with drinking or drugs is just hard because it's a life that, you know, it's so hard to live life when there's this like immediate release that it tricks you into thinking you could find an easy way out, but it's always the hard way out. Oh, Andre, all right, I'm calling it a night. Can't wait for the next live stream, the episode podcast. Andre, you are a gentleman and a scholar, and I'll see you later. And I'm just gonna keep going with this because I don't know what else to do. But you're awesome. I wanted to thank you for that. It's so weird just meeting people. I wish there's a better way to do this. There actually is a better way to do this, but I don't do it. But yeah, just struggling with drinking is it's so difficult because it just it provides this escape, and it's just for a moment, but it's not for a moment. And it takes you in. It just pulls you all the way back in once you do it. And it's just, oh, it's so hard to keep away. But the more you keep it away, you get stronger. But it's just difficult. There you go. Been having a hard time recognizing it's a problem. Not wanting to put a label on myself. I'm definitely having hard times where I stop drinking for a couple of weeks in a month, not having withdrawals. Yeah, there's layers to it. Yeah, there really is. Like there's some people that honestly it's strange. So I've met people that like there's alcoholics and there's problem drinkers and there's social drinkers, and like you would think that's no. There's not these categories. It's either normal people or alcoholics. But I've met people in my life that have like problems with drinking, but they're able to put it down and put it down for like 9 months without doing anything about it. Just completely just plop. I won't name this person in my life, but very close to me. Just plop, put it down. But when they drink, it is a problem. But they have this amazing ability to stop it. And I don't know how you categorize that person. It seems so like bizarre to like a unicorn of a person to exist that you could have a person that like can't moderate but then also moderates because they would go off the hinge every time they drink. They get drunk and they would get in this spiral, but at the same time when there was a bunch of consequences, then they were like, I'm out. And they would actually be out. See, that's the alcoholic. The alcoholic's like, I'm out. But no, it actually, you keep drinking until you really have to get yourself pulled out of it. Like, so there are some people that I don't know. But that's always the wish, though, to be a person that can drink, like, normally have the benefits of drinking, but then also not the consequences. Like my favorite thing I always say is that I wish I could drink like a normal person because then I drink like a normal person every day. Instead, I drink iced coffee. Yeah, it must be nice. Goddamn right, it must be nice. I know, but the crazy thing is that there's a lot of people that think when you're drinking that you don't think about it. Like people that like are okay to drink, they don't actually even consider the drinking as a thing ever. It's just something that happens if they get too drunk once, or like, oh, at that party I drank a little bit too much, or oh, I drank too much, I can't drive. But they don't ever consider it as a thing. I think that's one of the biggest differences is that it's not like it's not an entity in someone's life. So let's see here. I feel like my drinking doesn't really affect anyone directly but myself. Like I'm not angry or violent, but I feel like it just holds myself back and affects the level of commitment and effort into my relationships. Yeah, that's crazy. That's what's interesting about the label part. That's a good point. You know, you could think of that way where it could be, is this a problem if it just holds me back? It doesn't cause utter chaos. Like mine is, I live in a dumpster. I just am a disaster. But if it doesn't cause your life to be an absolute clusterfuck, but it holds you back from being the most you, but it also gives you those benefits of the reprieve, then how would you consider it a you know, what would you do in that point? Like, would you say, no, I need to be the most person that I can be, like I need to self-actualize, I need to be the most accountable, or I need to enjoy life? Or some people use drinking like this is the way I deal with stress. Like even normal people, not alcoholics, like I mean, TV shows and movies you see, like there's the thing where like the person gets broken up with and they have to run to the bottle, or the cop shows were like this was a hard case, glug glug glug, police drinking, glug glug glug. That's kind of scary, but yeah, to think that there is there's people that can try to manage it. Let's see. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, or even just a long day at work, like it's so normal for people. I don't know. Like how people in a sense, well, it shows, of course, because they don't show like hangovers or anything like that. But so basically, by the way, audience, and by audience I mean just me and this other person that I'm talking to through the chat. Um, if I can say their name, Wolfgang Shepard. Um, basically, like the way they portray alcohol, like as a crutch to people in movies and TV shows, is awesome. It's like the best thing because it shows like it does its job, because they don't film the hangover and all the shit and all the stomach. Oh god, I feel like shit, my headache and all the crap that comes with it. They just show this just like, that's good. Like crack the beer, and they may in like a TV show or something show them holding ice to their head. Has anyone walked into work actually holding ice to their head? That would be insane. If somebody did that, I'd be like, go home. But no, the craziest thing is that I would I would watch these TV shows and I'd just be like, yes. I would be like, that's the type of alcoholism I want. Oh, here we go. See, this thing shows like people, but I don't know how many people are actually on it because here's JOSN. I think I have been almost on the edge of that, drinking several a few times a week, which was too much at the worst, and too much weed nicotine but I think it was because I was so young. I mean, I guess the biggest thing is like the idea of the dependency, how much you need it. Like, yeah, I feel like Mad Men, the only show that depicts it. Yeah, yeah, how much you need it. That's the part like where you need it, and then not only need it, but when it collides with your life, when it actually starts like doing things to your life where that need to fit it in actually crushes all the other things in your life. Like it's too much for it. Um, and well, yeah, weed nicotine exacerbates everything. Man, I don't know how you youngsters or oldsters or whatever sters do any of the weed and alcohol. I would just always just be like, blah. I'd be the straight up Deadsville. It'd be a zombie, not apocalypse, just zombie nap time. It would just be too much. Maybe it was bad weed because I live in the Midwest and it was just like kind bud, which is always just garbage weed. It'd just be like some horrible weed, and then we drink beer with it, and it basically it was like drinking NyQuil, a few beers, having a terrible Subway sandwich, and then breathing in some hallucinogens, and then going to sleep. Are you a nicotine smoker? I think it's the first time I've heard a nicotine smoker. By vape, you mean? Are you nicotine smoker? What's been your journey with that? Yeah. What's crazy is that no, I know you meant user. I'm going a nicotine smoker. I don't use nicotine. I smoke it. Um, no, I smoke cigarettes. This is the crazy thing. I loved cigarettes. Like I played high school sports, so I played like football and basketball and soccer, and I would like have cigarettes like after games and stuff. And this is, by the way, this is not like in the 50s when everybody thinks that like like the doctor is also having a cigarette in the airport. You have people smoking. This is like in 2006. Like I just I was I addicted to chemicals, and so I love cigarettes. And I remember I had on my soccer jersey, I had like a cigarette burn that my coach saw. It was just like, Jesus Christ, Dave! Like you have a cigarette burn on your uniform. We're in the state like the divisional championship, and you have a cigarette burn on your uniform. And oh, to be young, but I smoked. I smoked cigarettes, and I did that for like 10 years, and then I tried to quit. And I quit for a whole like year once with drinking. There was these overlapping things where like I quit drinking for like a year and a half, and then I quit smoking like in one of the few realms. But cigarettes is the I I've been off of them completely. I'll have one like every once in a while, but it's the vape. It's the something. Oh, here we go. Like moms that bring oranges to half times to pack of menthols on the side for you. That would be awesome. Instead of like gushers and like fruit roll up, it's just like, here you go. Here's some Newports. Oh, that would be amazing if the kids soccer games that you just bring out just a couple O'Douls and heaters. Yeah. I think vapes. Well, so the vape thing is, speaking of vape, I never thought I'd get any of the flavored vape. No, Dave with a pack of zines in the back of his soccer shorts. Absolutely not. I'm not doing that. Pulling clouds, bro. No, I'm not doing the soccer shorts thing. Yeah, hold on one second. Ugh. Cloud, bro. That was a phone call. I'll just do this all night. I'll just stream my night away. Stream the night away. Let's see here. What games are on today? Ooh, there's a baseball game on. Houston Astros playing the Los Angeles Angels of Los Angeles. Bro, nothing sports so dry right now. WNBA is popping off. Well, there's a big thing in the WNBA because French Open. Big thing is that Caitlin Clark is not on the Olympic team, which they said they picked the 12 best players, but we don't need to get into that. I don't know. I don't watch women's basketball, but I support sports. Sports are pretty cool. And like we were talking about something. Oh, the smoking. So yeah. So I smoked and I went to vaping, and then with smoking, it just crawled into my life in these ways where there's rituals you have, like when you go in the car, you have a smoke. Everybody talks about after the meal or sex. It's not about those things. Like for me, a big part of it, I remember especially like in college. And when I say college, I mean when I was 24, going back to college because I fucked up. I would have I would have to like type out an essay, and I would need a break to like recollect my thoughts, but still be grooving and doing stuff. And that would be the perfect time for a cigarette. It would just be a time to just like kind of like walk through, like talking. Like it's a perfect time to take a break when you're working on a project to keep the thought in motion, focus, and then to go back to it. Especially with writing, like that's one of the craziest things. Like smoking with writing is so hard because the funny thing is that like you say you write for a living. Like there's a quote where writers say that they write, but they don't write for a living. What they do for a living is they stare at a screen, and then eventually they type, because most of it is thinking of stuff to write, and then you delete and you go back and you go back, and so it's a lot of just stuff that you're thinking about, and then you type that type of stuff, and you need that time. So if you have a thing that can distract you, kind of hold you on there for a moment, where you smoke and it allows you to think and you go, but it keeps you there. It's like amazing. And so I have this little baby do, and I go, this character, I don't want him. Should he die in this story? And I'm tapping it, and I go, should he die in the story? Right there, and you just go, and you mull it over, and you go, But that thing, you can't just do this. Especially like women, you don't have mustaches. You don't go, so you need a cigarette. So you just smoke and you go, It's like perfect for it. For writers out there. I don't know. Wolfgang Shepherd, are you a writer? A designated space to have a thought. That's perfect. A designated space to have a thought. I think it's co-op's meditation or boredom or something in a way. The perfect thing, though, the perfect thing you said was a designated space to have a thought. Oh, so good. More of a musician and a reader. Writing and smoking does go hand in hand. Yeah, it's something about it's something where the mind can't just be 100%. You can't have mind 100. You need to have like just maybe if you're like, it depends on what you're doing, but if you're cranking mind, you need to have like something there to just like be with you. And so when you're trying to do something like live stream, for instance, you need to like have a separate thing that like you can hold on to, like an anchor in a sort of way. If that makes sense. Whoa, it jumped up to 6 people on here. There was like 2 and then 6 participants. Cranking mind. When you're cranking mind, when you're dipping. Oh, I love the word anchor too. 6 people. That's awesome. Oh, 5. I heard JOSM. I heard pharmaceutical companies are messing with things related to nicotine for new ADHD drug. I had the same experience with schoolwork and nicotine, the act of smoking. It's tough because the ADHD. Well, it's tough now because this is gonna sound so stupid because it's said over and over again. But like with phones, we've obliterated our attention spans. So now we've given ourselves ADHD, whatever. And so now we might actually have it because of what we've done to ourselves. And what I think we should do is take away the phones and put kids back on smoking. You need to have kids start smoking again. I want kids to have Marlboros. I want kids to have Camels, Camel Lights, maybe some chew. Like some kids can dip, you know. Yeah, but I really think kids need to start smoking again. Kids, it gives you character, you know. Like smoking really brings out a part of you that is special. And you have to go outside. Yes, you be one with nature. Absolutely. Good, great point. So children should really start smoking because they need to be one with nature. That's for one. They need to understand that they are a small part of the universe. So when you are a small part of the universe, you are out in nature and you look at the sky and you smoke your Marlboro. You go, wow, I'm so small in this. I'm so tiny. And that's humility. That's good. And you get that from a cigarette. And so when you're smoking too, also, you learn about time. You learn that time is fleeting and everything is temporary. So when you're smoking and you have a cigarette and you go, it dwindles down, the ember burns down, and you learn that this too shall pass. And it teaches kids that, you know, you should be able to understand that there's going to be immensely painful things in your life. There's going to be things that you don't know what you can, like, how much you can. Ads will run, skip ads, fuck ads. Um, there will be things in your life that will be so painful. You'll be like, I can't take this on. I can't take this on. But it's all temporary. It's so, it feels like it's going to be forever, but nothing is ever forever. And so when you smoke a cigarette, you learn like it's just this thing, but it burns and it just goes away. And it's just like your thoughts. It's just like debt you have. It's just like, I'll never forget this person. Yeah, you can smoke a cigarette. Forgiven. Hold on. I will never fall in love again. I miss this person so much. Hold on. Everything is temporary. There you go. Smoking cigarettes heals people. So when you think about like grief, you think about your life, you think about the struggles you face, like financial, social struggles, mental, emotional, pharmaceutical struggles, and you go, I can't bear this. Cigarettes teach you that it is all temporary, that all that worry, all that hard like work that you see before you, It doesn't have to be done at once. You're not conquering the world at once. You don't eat the elephant in one bite. You don't eat the elephant at all, by the way. You just eat in tiny bites, in just tiny moments. So you just pick up your pack of Marlboro 100s, take one out as a child, and you go, it's okay. It's okay that Jenny did not ask me to go with her to prom or whatever. I can't think of kid stuff. That's all right because I have cigarettes. There we go. Yeah, Newports equal humility. It's all breath work. That is also true. Yeah, like breathing is cigarette smoking is controlled breathing. Phones made it 100% worse. Phones are the devil. So that's what I'm saying is that we need to get the phones out of kids' hands. We need to take it out of kids' hands, and we need to put cigarettes in them. So what we do is I don't even have a cigarette. Damn it. I should have a cigarette. How dare I? You need to have a child on the phone? No. Put a cigarette in there instead. Have the child smoke. That is what this country needs. That's what this country is meant for. Children smoking. There's a little link thing that is flying above there. I have this vape, which is all right. It's not quite a cigarette, but it reminds me of one. So it's good enough. So there. I'll tell Brett all this. I'm going to tell Brett right now. I'm going to tell Brett. Well, actually, I should check my phone. Whoopsie daisies. Whoops a doodle. Whoops something. My phone service on? Has time frozen? Ruh-roh. Oh, Facebook. What is this book of faces wants? This person seems strange, but I will be friends with you, strange person. That's what life is about, right? You find a strange person and go, I will be friends with you. Hello, stranger. Friends now. I'm living up. I see this no chaser slowly going insane publicly while answering questions. I'm doing that. I'm absolutely 100% doing that. I'm going to go all night. Looking at Facebook, making sure. Oh no. Oh no, I'm ugly. Ugly, ugly, ugly. Amy, ugly. Haha, be not afraid. The ugliness. Oh, you see my arm hair. Gross. Grossomatic. There you go. You need the pretty light. Pretty light for Amy. There's a Congo reference if you don't know. Boom. I think this is now we are getting into crazy town because I'm starting to like do inside jokes that are on myself. So now we got it. Now we're starting to cook because there is 3 or maybe 0 people. This could just be me. So I love this because now I'm starting to do inside jokes that are on myself that no one else knows about. And now we cook. So cigarettes, we need to give kids cigarettes. That's point number 1. Point number 2 is I need to take a drink. Take us to Crazy Town, all aboard, which doesn't make sense because that's for a boat. So crazy. I'm going to take a drink of this disgusting coffee. It's watered down, so it's even grosser now. Ugh, so bad. Ugh. All right, so here's Crazy Town. Crazy Town is a place where I think that, like, so I don't know. If you've ever been on Facebook, have you ever been on Facebook? Have you ever been on Facebook late at night and you see people that are active and they're kind of just on their phones and there's just like the light that is beaming towards their face and they just want what? They just want like a connection of something. They just want to feel near somebody, even if they're sleeping in bed next to their significant other. They're snoozing, but it seems like you just, for what? Like this person is there and they just want somebody to like validate their not existence. That's too hoity-toity. It's more so just like just be a person there that says, "Hey, I'm with you, man," and you just talk, like, and just connect in a certain way where it's just like I hate to reference this because I'm an alcoholic, but it's like those nights where you just meet some rando dude and start talking to him and talk about the bar. Um, talk about the bar. Wolfgang Shepard was really great talking to you, bro. Got to get to bed. Hanging for the night. All the insight. There was no insight. Keeping up the fight. Fist arm. Wristy. Shepard, you too, man. Do well, be well. I love you, brother. So now I'm alone in the craziness. But yeah, get some sleep. We hit midnight. Officially, it is midnight. So it is now tomorrow. Now is tomorrow. So now that it's midnight, it's oh my god, it's 6-9. It's 6-9. That means 69. Hold on. I have this very stupid joke. I'm gonna call Charlie. Hey Charlie, how are you doing? I'm live streaming right now. I'm live streaming on my No Chaser channel. No, it's just a YouTube channel I have. But you are absolutely. I don't know if they can hear you. No, they probably can. But you know I called you, right? It is 6-9. I'm sober at 6-9. Let's go. No. Yeah, no. Sorry. He said not 69 days sober, but the date is 6-9. On hell yeah, what are you doing? Are you at the bars? Well, that's a good place to be sober. Yeah. How do you do that? How do you do that and not go insane? How do you DD? So, well, that's not going to save you. It is time to go. It's midnight. People are live streaming. It's 6:09. Anyways, are you playing softball tomorrow? Oh, tomorrow is the weird date. Tomorrow it's like 8 and 9 instead of the 6 and 7. It is tomorrow, bro. Tomorrow is now. Tomorrow. Okay. All right. All right, cool. We need you. Yeah, but it's easy to get to. Don't care. You need to be there. Push-ups. Yep. All right. Excellent, Charlie. I'm glad you're sober. All right, 69. Hell yeah. All right. Well, that's amazing. My good friend, who's a lot younger than me, he's 22 years old. Or no, he's 24 now, 23, 24. He's sober. He's young, which is tough. He has his whole life ahead of him. And we always have this joke, this stupid thing like on 420 or like 69, just like this juvenile humor and all this type of shit. You know, it's nice though that just people are out there and they're just trying. You know, oh, I'm on my phone watching a man talk to another man on his phone. Hell yeah. Jeremiah Leisure. Is that your real name? That please tell me that's your real name. That would be so amazing if that is your real name. Jeremiah Leisure. Oh boy. I got to disable this stupid chat thing, or maybe I can't disable it, where it's like instantly chats, because I assume you would chat right away. But no, that's good. That's good. I was worried about my man. Oh my god, your name is Jeremiah Leisure for reals. That's the greatest name in the world. Jeremiah Leisure. Is it said the leisure way? Is it said leisurely? We'll wait for that, but I killed the downtime. So it's good that a young friend on a Saturday night, which is very difficult, is out and about, and he is sober. And he was DDing. The craziest thing is always that he was designated driving, which is awesome, but that is so stressful because drunk people are annoying as fuck, especially drunk people that aren't alcoholics. Because alcoholics are used to being drunk, so they can handle it. But when normal people get wasted, it was somebody's birthday, of course, and they are just like, ugh. It is the worst combination of just like yelling and screaming and all sorts of tomfoolery. Tomfoolery. I am super old. All right. I mean, that is amazing. So anyway, drink of the gross coffee. Oh, it's disgusting. I hate it so much. Yeah, I'm glad he's sober. It makes my heart happy. My heart happy. That we have the stupid inside joke about 69 and 420, but I'm genuinely glad he's doing well. Let's see, I've been live streaming for 2 hours and 39 minutes. Why not 69 minutes, bro? That's a guitar. Have I slowly gone insane? I'm not even close to insane, dude. This is not even remotely close to insane. You've not seen the insanity. I've worn grippy socks so many times. Not even remotely close, bro. So much insanity here. Insanity needs when there's no participants. There's nobody left on here. It's just me talking to my. I laugh even saying it because it's so crazy. Me talking to myself, just straight up being insane. That would be the ultimate. Where it's I don't know why it's so fucking funny to me. Just like a dude live streaming to himself. Oh God, that's the funniest thing. See, some people think I'm funny, and they think I'm a dickhead because I don't laugh a lot. Because I don't find a lot of stuff funny. But the stuff I do find funny is so fucking stupid. It's like legitimately dumb. But when something I do find is funny, it's just crazy. And the idea of a guy just live streaming to himself. Oh my goodness. Am I gonna keep going? Maybe we should end on that. A guy live streaming to himself. That's pretty good. I mean, I didn't want to accomplish anything with this, so I think I accomplished some. So, oh, drunk people are the worst when you're sober or less drunk. Absolutely, 100%. I think though, I would do a marathon of this one night. I'll do a marathon of just being live streamed and just going full at it. But and with that being said, the idea of a guy live streaming to himself is super funny. But thank you guys for joining. Thanks for being on. Thanks for all the people thanks for the memories that we had. I look at the chat and all the people that were there before, the time before them. Starting to talk like a real fucking weirdo. So I guess this is the point where I can end my stream. Any last words? I know there's a delay, so I'll wait on my phone. Good gentlemen. I don't even have this right. Some moron. A gentleman moron. Jeremiah Leisure, awesome name. Thank you, David. Thank you, Jeremiah Leisure. Thank you, JOSN. I don't know how that's pronounced. Jaws. But other than that, you guys are awesome. And this was something, I guess. So that's something.